Hey folks, Ray Bessette coming to you from the FirmU Personal Training Studio here in Spring, Texas. I have with me our newest client, Kyle over here, and he's volunteered, and believe me, this is all volunteer, to go and show you folks what we're going through at the FirmU and our components, our 3 components to get you to your fitness goals, whether it be to lose fat, to gain muscle, to run a marathon, whatever your fitness goals are, we got you covered. I just want to briefly go over our 3 components. Number 1 is resistance training. Resistance training is our number 1 biggest bang for the buck, because weight training actually breaks down, has a metabolic effect. It breaks down the glucose in your muscle bleeds out of your muscles, and sugar that's readily available in your blood goes in there, cleans up your blood so you're ready to burn fat for energy. That's the approach that we're coming to with Kyle. The second is anti-inflammatory nutrition. Now, anti-inflammatory means, really the easiest way to look at what anti-inflammatory is if it doesn't rot. If you've got a box of something, and this box has been sitting on a shelf for a long time, well, it can't break down. If it can't break down, let me give you a little quick story of World War I. They were shipping bread to the troops, and it was getting rotten. It was spoiled before it got to the troops. So the chemists got together, and the doctors, or the chemists I should say, and the scientists, and they came up, they said, well, if we take out the enzymes, then the air can't oxidize the food and make it rot. So that's how the preserved of that bread got to the troops. It was great for the, well, not great for the troops, but it got to the troops, okay, but it also kicked off a way to preserve food, and it became very profitable for stores, because they could have that bread on the shelf for weeks when it only lasted for days. Okay, so anyway, a lot of our food has a lot of enzyme deficient. So if you buy something that doesn't rot, and you take it out of its natural casing or its natural box, and it doesn't rot for in a couple of years, it's probably not good for you. Okay. All right. Anyway, then bioidenticals. We look at hormonal balance. We do this with a blood test. This is an option. You don't have to go with the blood test at all. Kyle has opted not to do the blood test, and that's fine. We can do any one of these components. They're all optional. If you want to talk about food, we'll weight train. That alone will clean up your blood. Anyway, so let's turn it over to Kyle. I just wanted to say, Kyle, what made you come through the door?
So I did the nutritional class and the education. Monday. Yes, Monday. That was the educational part of this for me, and having your eyes open to what you have been eating and what you should be eating are totally different. So I started taking these Monday night when I left, and these are oils, and the correct oils for your body. I have slept better and felt better every day since I've been taking these. Even if it's placebo effect, that's worth it. But I don't believe it is. So I've also been eating Marigold bars, which keep them in your fridge or they go bad. Big shout out. The cookie dough is literally like eating cookie dough off the tube. Any other fat people out there know what I'm talking about. So don't do that. So, but it was a partial fear thing. Not that I'm afraid of person or anything, but going to a gym and you're the fat guy there and everybody's staring. And you don't really know what you're doing or if you're working out. Are you working out correctly? I've been to the gym before, and you worked out 5 days a week. Working out 3 days a week here, and I'm getting more done here than I am ever, basically. So it's very educational. I haven't had this much energy in a long time. So
it's only been a couple days.
Yes,
too.
Correct.
And the first thing that we're going to do is address Kyle's inflammation. Based on the interview that I had with him earlier this week, you know, he has the standard American diet. Standard American diet is going to be deprived of enzymes, like I mentioned before. This food doesn't rot when it's out. So how can it be digested? It sits in your gut. It doesn't liquefy in your bloodstream, causes high blood pressure. Luckily, we talked about this the last time. You have great genes. You can thank your parents for that.
I have no health issues. I don't take medication for anything. I'm not diabetic. I'm not taking insulin. I have no pumps, no needles. I don't like getting poked by needles. Yeah, Other than that, I'm pretty lucky.
So your fitness goals, what do you want to do?
Lose a lot of weight and gain. I don't necessarily know if the gain muscle that will happen. I believe we gain muscle, but in a toned fashion. You know.
Have you considered surgery for your options?
Yeah, I've been looking at weight loss surgery, and I know several people that have had weight loss surgery, and they all go back to eventually the size they were or an unhealthy size in general, because the effects, it's forced behavioral therapy, and the effects do not last. And then I say that with confidence because if you look at getting the gastric sleeve and then say, oh, if it's not enough, we'll go back in and do another surgery to do a duodenal switch, moving the upper part of your low intestines to the bottom part so it doesn't absorb nutrition and you lose more weight. But you have to take vitamins for the rest of your life, and it's a constant surgical procedure after another. So I don't think that's the ultimate fix. So Ray is very knowledgeable, and I've talked to him a couple times about what he does here, and I decided to do it. So
the other thing we're going to do with Kyle, he mentioned, you have these surgeries and you're going to be nutritionally deprived for the rest of your life. You're only going to be able to eat half an egg and half a piece of cheese, a slice of cheese at best. That's not a way to live as far as I would want to live.
Yeah.
And also, you don't learn anything from it. You don't build any muscle. You look like a melted candlestick by the time you're done. You look at The Biggest Loser, you notice that they put clothes on them down the road when they start losing all that weight because it's not that pretty. Okay, well, anyway, we're going to start, Kyle didn't mention this part, we're going to start him on some enzymes. And this is, all of our products here from the firm are all from pharmaceutical grade, medical grade companies that I approve of, I take myself. We don't have any, or will never have any multi-level marketing. I've been approached several times by a lot of the multi-level marketing, and their products contain soy. They contain less than marginal ingredients that I wouldn't take, and I am not going to pass this on to my clients for a profit. I'm not selling out. So stop calling me, guys. All right. Anyway, I mean it. Stop calling me. So anyway, you have to have a healthcare professional's license as a doctor or a pharmacist, and we have both here. All right. So anyway, the enzymes are going to help break down the food that Kyle eats. Now you got to remember, when you get past the age of 40, you lose half of your enzymes. Okay. You also the enzymes will help break down the food and help reduce his inflammation. So that's the enzymes here. We're also going to get him on a paleo cleanse. Now this company is called Designs for Health. And again, it's all pharmaceutical medical grade. And this stuff right here, it's a 14-day cleanse that you take 2 shakes, and there's some multivitamins that you take with it. With this, it also has chromium in it. It also kind of curbs your appetite away from sweets. And it starts getting your body pointed to start to burn fat for energy rather than sugar. Now, you people out there that get on these box diets that are nutritional deprived and don't have enzymes in them and all these gimmicky things, you're going to have a long ways to go. This stuff right here will clean out your infiltration system, your kidneys, your liver, and make your body more efficient. Ever wonder why these little kids, 13 years old, can eat a Happy Meal and still have a little six-pack on them? Well, it's because their organs are brand new. Their kidneys, their liver is perfect. So they can break down, or better break down, that food. But the obesity rate started at a younger age. So anyway, along with, Kyle mentioned the Marigold bars. These things are great. If you're afraid, to come here because you don't want to give up your food, let me tell you, you have one of these guys right here, and you're not missing out on anything. Okay, I can eat about 12 of these a day.
I would challenge anyone who's ever done Nutrisystem or any kind of prepackaged food, come in free sample.
Yeah,
free sample on this, or at least one. It's anything. I mean, they're worth it. You can buy one for $5 off MarigoldBars.com. If you want to try it out of curiosity, hands down better than anything you ever tasted. The Cinnabon one this morning, was amazing. So, and this is not the only food I'm eating by any means, but it totally moves the curve of